Sir, at the outset, I thank all the honorable members for participating in this discussion. And I wanted to inform this August House that the proposals to increase overtime by amending this 64 and 65, these two sections, is not mandatory. Number one, it is not at all a mandatory. Number two, it is up to the worker to decide. And other is, there is no compulsion on him or her. But it is an incentive to get the double wages. Whenever the overtime hours come, it will be double wages. So that's why our government, led by Sri Narendra Modi ji, once again I am specially informing to all honorable members, we are going with innovative methods, number one. And our main focus is employment generation. And in this employment generation, you are well aware, large number of migrant workers and seasonal workers, they will get additional employment. This is also one of the factors wherein which we have come to this section, these two. Other very important thing which I wanted to mention is, all other honorable members, some of the state governments, we are not curtailing any power of any state government at all. Because I have made it very clear that this Factories Amendment Bill 2016 is empowering the central government along with the state government, exempting rules and orders accordingly. And other important point which I wanted to mention, all the members, those who have got some apprehensions, that the state governments are vested with the executive powers under this Act. The state governments are vested with executive powers in this Act. And another important thing which I mentioned, enforcement of laws concerning safety, health and welfare of labour factories is primarily the responsibility of the state government. So where does question arises? They are curtailing the powers of the state government. And here I only say that the only thing is, the whole Act, I have come with the 64 and 65. These two are the central government which we are added for that. And other important aspect which I wanted to mention, I have already informed in the beginning that this is facilitating to increase the employment generation in manufacturing sector. Just now, our finance minister has given reply. How the textile and apparel industry, how it is, Government of India is giving package. Government of India is how it is giving the package. That he has mentioned. So that's why I only say that we are not at all curtailing any powers. And here is workers, they can work more. Number one, they can earn more. ज़्यादा काम करे तो भी थोड़ा ज़्यादा means within the limits of the framework of the rules. So that's why this empowered. And other important aspect which our Kharge ji was also mentioned, this overtime, this is only an opportunity. And that too, I have taken many safeguards also. Safeguards also I have taken in other important in these things. In the safeguards, safeguards is the working hours. Safeguards, the safeguards which we have taken, the total number of hours of work in any day shall not exceed 10. Number one. Number two, the spread over inclusive of intervals for rest shall not exceed 12 hours in any day, in any one day. And the total number of hours for work in a week, including overtime, shall not exceed 60 hours. And total number of hours overtime shall not exceed 100 hours in any one quarter. In any one quarter. And once again I am requesting the proposed amendment of the 64 and 65, it is nowhere conflict with the ILO. Nowhere conflict with the ILO. That's why India has to ratify. And other important aspects, all the provisions relating to the working hours, daily, weekly hours. No worker is allowed to work on 9 hours in a day or 48 hours in a week. These are all safeguards we have taken, and other related matters, many issues, they have mentioned many suggestions which you have given to us. I am very, other only comprehensive amendment when it comes. When comprehensive amendment comes, safety, working conditions, all aspects are also concerned. No other compromise is there, whether in the working conditions or whether any welfare. Khargeji was mentioning all sections. All sections will be there. All sections will be there in the Comprehensive Act. I am going with only these two provisions. I am going with these two provisions only. Remaining all these things, when the Comprehensive Act come, and the urgency also I have mentioned. Urgency also I have mentioned. Because urgency is whenever the need of the hour. Because we have taken the flagship programs, Make in India program, and Skill India program, and Digital India program, in which large number of investments are coming, and large number of workforce is needed. And other important aspect that the central government also, which needs to be rolled in this act. Our Trinamool Congress friend, he was mentioning, the federal structure is not at all damaged as told. But here, it is being because repairs. Why the central government role has to come in this? It is repairs of the ships, submarines, and other defense and strategic assets can be completed on time, as there is a shortage of technical experts in these areas. So that's why our flagship programs, that also they need. All these concerning the view of this thing, other important many these things you are told that basic principle I have already mentioned. I don't want to go to the much, but only other Shankar Prasad ji and other people, please, once again I am explicitly telling, state government powers will not be curtailed, and the workers, welfare, health and other things will be definitely taken care. And state government, in consultation with the state government, whatever the rules has to be framed, central government, and simultaneously state government is total power. Total power. So hence, I want to complete my answer that I am pertaining to only these two sections.
Okay.
Remaining shortly with the Comprehensive Act, we will be coming with the Parliament. Then I can say every answer to the
Okay, all.
respected all members. Thanking you very much.
Right,
Thank
right.
you.
The question